Shalom, everybody. I don't normally do response videos simply because I don't have the time. I pastor full-time and I work full-time. I have a family and children and grandchildren, and so I would love to have unlimited amount of time to respond to everything that was coming across my desk, so to speak, but I'm not always able to. The majority of my time studying is spent getting ready for my sermons and teachings for our local congregation. I have actually dedicated the last half of my life now, and I'm about 2 years into it, hopefully I live till I'm 80. I've dedicated my life to the study of the Torah of Moshe, Yahweh's teachings and instructions through Prophet Moshe and through the prophet like Moshe, Yeshua of Nazareth. I want to better understand Torah and apply it to my life and be obedient in a pious and devout way to my Creator, so that I obtain a high rank in the kingdom per Matthew 5, verse 19. But I had a dear friend of mine and fellow brother in the faith send me this video by Mr. R.L. Solberg. I thought the video was incorrect, and so I said, you know what? I'm going to respond to this video, not because I'm attacking Mr. Solberg. He seems like a very nice individual, and maybe one day I'll get to talk to him, but because I believe that he has been misguided and misled by traditional Christianity, and I feel that he needs to get back to the primitive faith of Yeshua, which is living a gracious and merciful life, yes, living a life in the Spirit, yes, but this life is guided by the instructions of Almighty Yahweh. So Mr. Solberg begins by talking about transposing a song.
In music, when you transpose a song, it's the same song. It's the same melody, the same chord progression, the same lyrics. It's just in a new key. And it occurred to me, that's what Jesus did with the Torah. Same song, new key.
This was great for me. I'm a musician and I'm a singer. I spent time in the band August Rain, recorded, 5 or 6 albums. Spent time in a singing booth and behind a microphone, and really had a lot of fun doing that. And so I know all about transposing songs. Transposition is not just changing keys, going down a step or up a step. But if I want to play a song that's actually written in the key of A, and the keys player is going to play in the key of A, I can bump my capo up to the 2nd fret on my guitar and still play in G, C, D, E minor, A minor. Those are some chords that follow the chord progression when you play in G. My fingers are playing in G, but it'll sound like A. It's just a higher pitch. You're not doing anything to change the song. You're just bumping it up to a certain key that you're more comfortable playing in. When I first watched Mr. Solberg's video all the way through, I thought he doesn't follow through with his analogy or illustration in his teaching.
Jesus didn't come to abolish the law or the prophets, but to fulfill them. His goal wasn't to tear down the Torah, but to elevate it in preparation for the new covenant he was about to inaugurate.
He teaches that Yeshua changed the song. The first example he gives is with the law of divorce, which I'll talk about in the next video. But he says that Yeshua taught something different than Moses taught when it comes to divorce.
The law of Moses wasn't God's ultimate goal or his end plan for humanity.
That's not transposing. That's changing the song. So I don't think that Solberg follows through with the illustration and analogy that he begins his video with. If we wanted to use a music analogy with what Yeshua did with the Torah, I think it would be better to say this. Sometimes you write a song and you like that song and you think this song needs a lot of add-ons. So you add an electric guitar riff here. You add a little bit further to the bridge here. You add a little bit of a pre-chorus. And then you do a solo, maybe on the keys or on the bass. And before you know it, you got this big trumped up song that started off just stripped down and acoustic, right? So what I think Yeshua did, if we want to use the music illustration, is when he came on the scene, there had been a lot of add-ons to the song called Torah. Some of them maybe not that bad, but some of them really bad. And Yeshua stripped it down back to its original acoustic song. So he played the song as it was intended to be played. Through all the add-ons, eventually we can't see the beauty because there's so many walls that we've erected that have blocked us from the sight of the original intended acoustic version, stripped down version of the Torah. I think that if we use Mr. Solberg's illustration of just transposing, then Yeshua should not have taught anything different than Moshe, and that his song would have harmonized or been exactly the same keys and tune and pitch and all of that with Prophet Moshe. Yeah, Yeshua could have had his capo on the second fret like me sometimes, but you're still playing the same song. He defeats his purpose by trying to use an analogy and illustration that does not follow through with what he actually believes. In the next video, we're going to talk about the law of divorce from Deuteronomy 24, and I'm going to show you how that Yeshua did not teach anything contrary to Yahweh's law through Prophet Moshe.